Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Mr.
Welcome to this week's meeting of Essex Business Forum. 20 members, which is back to the level that we have been at, so thank you all for turning out. I had a great day yesterday because I went and visited the client in Wanstead, and in doing this I had to effectively pay homage to two members. I went under Nick Cook's bridge twice and viewed it in a slightly different light because I stopped at the traffic light. And then as I went through Gants Hill Village, I was able to view the location of Speedcrimp, which was very stimulating. So I got off to a good start. Anyway, that aside, let's get on with the meeting, which always starts with the leadership team being upstanding and introducing themselves. Could they do so, please?
Morning, Paul Booth, standing in for Ben as Education Coordinator.
Vincent, standing in for Vincent. I'm the membership committee chairman, sort of thing. And also I'm in charge of the bench. Oh. Sorry.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Terry, I do membership and recruitment.
Good morning, I'm Scott, in charge of numbers and meeting secretary. And what am I?
Thank you.
Good morning, Brian, social secretary.
And the handsome face of entertainment. Right, please be seated. Thank you for your contributions. There will be more as the meeting goes on. But as usual, we start with the Performance League. And as far as that's concerned, I hand you over to Scott.
Thank you, Aidan. So, welcome to February, which means we have wrapped up the January month and I can announce our totals. I think there are 10 or 12 members, something like that, who have broken the benchmark for what we are aiming for, 88 points in a month. £43,000 worth of business passed in a month. Or I don't have any referrals because I'm not that statistic. So well done to you all. I'll read out the places at the top. Third place, 194 points was my good self. Second place, 201 points was Paul Booth. And at the top, you may have already seen because I'm holding this. Look at that. Is Terry. 246 points, which is a really good month. So well done. That's leadership team in the top 4 positions. Well done, guys. How do we do it to the start of the year? Yeah. So stay where you are, Tel. I will pass it down.
Thank you. They don't do that at the Oscars, do they? Just stay where you
Just
are.
stay where you are.
Less likely to come with it. Right, education presentation. Paul, are you going to do the introduction?
Kind of. It's not me, no, it's Scott.
Thank you.
Well, I can't tell you who's doing stuff next week or whatever, but Ben asked me to stand in and deliver something for him. I wanted to talk to you today about how you can never, ever have any problems in your business. Never again, which I thought was a pretty good thing for all of us. And it's quite simple. It's something that I adopt. Never have any problems because I just simply don't cause those problems anymore. So just talking about how we use language in business and then trying to put a spin on it on how we use language to invite guests along to the meeting. So the first thing really, yes, I never have any problems ever. I have challenges. So I just simply substitute the word problem for challenge, if there ever is one. Challenges which we overcome and resolve. So that's the easy answer. All of my websites that I build, they don't have a cost or a price, ever. Same thing with joining EBF, it doesn't have a cost or a price, it has an investment. And that's just a great bit of terminology that I use, that means clients invest into something, they don't pay for it. And you can then talk about the return on the investment and what it means back for them. So just a suggestion on how we use language in doing that. I don't have any contracts. I have agreements. Same thing with EBF. There aren't any contracts that we sign, but we all agree to turn up each week and abide by our constitution and all those things. So thinking about how we do that, that's what I put in my emails and my proposals, swapping out nasty words for friendly words. But then, just moving on to how we invite people along the meeting. I'm sure that every one of us has our own kind of personal style on how we refer to what happens on Thursday mornings. My own, I always tend to reference this as a breakfast club or a referrals group, and people get a rough idea of what that means. Quite often I will drop in the no secret handshakes and no commissions line, because that again sometimes means something to some people. But have a think about the words that you use and what it means to you and how you can describe it. Perhaps share that with your recruitment team, and make sure that we're all kind of working on a set of language that works for us. So that was it. That's all I've got to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Scott. Membership matters. Terry, tell us about it.
I'll start off with the best bit of this. It's always nice to have some really good news. Delighted to be able to say that Fran applied for membership and has been accepted. She's now a member. So congratulations, Fran.
Straight to the top table as well.
Jane's going to help you look after the thank you David for the next week. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Terry. Well done, friends. Yeah, good.
Some of you have been asking over the last few weeks, asking Neil what's happening with Neil. Well, Neil actually sent me an email resigning, and I was a bit disappointed, so I spoke to him. It's taken quite a while to speak to him because of the issue that he's now told me about. Over the last few weeks, maybe even more than that, actually, Neil's been coming along here. He's been really struggling. You've probably noticed. Turns out he wasn't struggling because he wasn't well or he was depressed. It turns out he's got a neurological condition which is currently being investigated. It's he can't drive. He's got someone driving for him at the minute. He's still running in any event catering. He's put Chippy Republic on hold again. Because I don't know if that'll ever be launched. But anyway, he asked me to pass on to him that he's still working, still available for referrals, but he's unable to attend at the minute. He's having investigations, etc., neurological investigations, and that condition was why he was his behaviour and everything was as it was. It wasn't he was just, as I put it, being a miserable contact. So it's really good to have that conversation with him. But what will be nice is if you can reach out to him, just an email or a phone call or WhatsApp messages, just make him feel that he's still welcome. So he's still part of the group, and he'll come back as soon as he's able. I'll pass that on to you. And lastly, Hannah. Haven't seen Hannah this year. Hannah's now left the group. She's got a full-time job doing what she wants to do, which is absolutely fine. So we're looking out for someone to do social media and youngster. What we need. Don't have to be a youngster, but they usually are. Compared to some of us. But yeah, so we're looking out for a social media person. That's it.
Thank you, Terry.
Done.
Yeah, somebody's child perhaps would be good for that. And yeah, good way. And as far as reaching out to Neil is concerned, the best way to do it is send him a referral. Right, let us move on. First major part of the meeting is the 60-second round. Some of you might make jokes. Remember, the difference between a good joke and a bad joke timing. Sorry, that dispels the rumour that there aren't subtle dad jokes. 60-second round. Vincent is the timekeeper, and he will, after 50 seconds, do that, and after 60 seconds, do that. When you hear that, sign off and sit down. Terry, Terry won the Oscar. He will be listening out carefully for all of your presentations, and will, at the end of the meeting, award the Oscar. That probably is as much introduction as I want to do, can do, or is to do. So let's get on with the meeting itself. You because Terry's listening out, he will go first, and he will be followed by the first of the mics, Mike Skinner.
Yeah, thank you, Aidan. Terry Valiant from TM Law. I've got two cases in the office at the minute where I'm suing other solicitors. You might think it's a bit unusual, but it's not. And the reason I'm suing them, both of them, is because they went to solicitors recommended by their legal expenses insurers. One was the RAC and one was another big insurer. And these insurers steer them off in that direction, and James will know how this works. Unfortunately, the firms that they steer you off to are generally either the firms are not very good or the people underneath working are not very good. And in one of these cases, the clients got struck out, and they didn't tell them until 18 months later. We kept asking them. And the other one, they sued her former employer. It was a dismissal case, but it was also the discrimination and various other claims. And they only brought the limited company. They didn't bother bringing the individuals in who had made the allegations. She won the case, this lady, and they promptly folded the company. She had £22,000 out of pocket. So if you know anyone's got a legal issue, and they say, oh, we've got legal expenses insurance, please tell us who you're in, and I'll how we get round to these things. Terry Valiant, TM Law.
Thank you very much, Terry. Mike, you're next, followed by Fran.
Morning everybody. Mike from Blackwood's Media, creating video and photography content for businesses and events. So I want to talk this week about creating courses to be sold online. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Teachable and websites like that, where you upload a series of courses and people pay to access them. So yeah, I'm looking out for people and companies, traders, that they've got a lot of expertise in their area, ideally good presenters, comfortable talking to people in front of people, and with a unique skill set or niche that they can share and ideally profit. I've recently been speaking to the Arboricultural Association about a training course for tree surgeons, and with that we're looking at not like beginners coming into it, but people that have already completed all their training or in the trade, but want to learn all those tips and tricks that you don't get without years of experience and like the extras that they can go for. And also chatting to a boxing and MMA coach who doesn't teach students but actually teaches coaching to other coaches and how to run classes. So yeah, I'm looking for people in businesses, sports, arts, general creatives that want to share their knowledge and ideally want to make some money out of it selling online courses. So I've run the course, set it up, and that's Mike, Blackwood's Media. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Fran, you're next, and James will follow.
Good morning everyone, Fran from HS Estate Agents, based in Brentwood, independent estate agent, always looking for business for lettings and for sales. But this morning I'm going to go right off track and ask for your help. I know it's a bit cheeky, first time member, first day. But as a company, we like to help charities, and one of the charities we help is SNAP. So SNAP is for disabled children based in Brentwood. Some of you will know SNAP. And last year we raised, we collected 500 Easter eggs for the children at SNAP and their siblings. So we're just asking, I mean, we do have now from last year, we went to networking last week, and Madison Peak said, oh, are you doing a SNAP this year? Because we want to build it into our budget, because I think they gave us 100 eggs. Yeah. So I'm just asking for any Easter eggs would be greatly accepted at Easter.
How nice to hear Easter rather than Christmas. It makes you think spring's here. Excellent. Thank you very much, Fran. Next up is James, followed by Sarah. Welcome, Sarah.
Morning all, James from RMK Insurance. Just to touch on the legal expenses, if you do have a commercial policy and you have legal expenses as an add-on, Terry's 100% right. It's just someone with the same knowledge as me about the law reading from a script. They'll have one person that they can refer to, and there's probably 20 of them referring to that one person. So it is a call centre rather than expertise. So you can get a policy specifically that will employ people like Terry, but if it is just an add-on, it's not really worth it. However, moving on to what I was going to say, if you weren't here last week, biscuits and burlesque are now a favourite of mine, so push those for me. And on a side note, scaffolders, roofers and builders. Again, this week I've spoken to two particular individuals. They're probably wonderful at what they do. They're probably fantastic roofing, fantastic at scaffolding, haven't got to think about insurance. Shouldn't have been operating with the policy they've got. One is sorted, one will be sorted hopefully today. So, James from RMK Insurance, roofers, scaffolders, roofers.
And they could join EVF and it would probably do them the world of good. Thought. Sarah.
Morning everybody, Sarah Steele from Better With Money. We provide money education in the workplace, really to help people understand their finances to reduce money stress. Now, one of the reasons that I haven't been here for quite a while is obviously with the cost of living and people struggling to pay energy bills. We've had an unprecedented demand actually of going into companies or doing webinars really to help people with budgeting, how to reduce their monthly costs, how to bring their debt together to bring those payments down. But we haven't stood still. As well as doing that, we've added a few new courses to our repertoire. So we are doing managing money when becoming a parent, money and menopause, because people lose confidence during their menopause and don't deal with money as effectively, and also sustainable living, making good choices with your money around what you buy and how to invest. And one other thing that we've done, we've actually been asked by the prison service to go and help rehabilitate some long-serving prisoners and helping them understand their money as well. So if you know any companies based in Essex that will help their employees or any prisons, please let us know. That's Sarah Steele, Better With Money.
Presumably you don't bother with the ones on death row. Yeah.
I've been there for 20 years though, so...
Toby. Sorry, I didn't give you advance notice. Toby, and he's followed by Matt.
More better than I got to the 10 minutes. I'm Toby Atson, personal business mentor and motivational expert. I often get asked if I work with startups. The answer is yes. I work with businesses of all ages. I've actually worked with businesses effectively before they're born. Working the viability and getting things in place, if you like, preparing the nursery for the new baby. I love working with baby businesses, the brand new startups, the ones that need nurturing and love and care. The toddler businesses that have all the temper tantrums, they're trying to assert themselves and find their place in the market. I work with those that are growing, they're struggling through the adolescent years, and the mature businesses that are wanting to scale and provide for the growing demands of life and maybe a family of employees, and those who are having a bit of a midlife crisis and maybe lost their way a bit, stagnated and need something new to drive them. And of course those that are nearing the end of their life and are looking for an exit strategy. So yes, I work with businesses of all ages.
Thank you, Mr. Metaphor. Well done. Nice to get it from that. Great. Thanks, Toby. Mel, you're next, and you're followed by Nick Cook.
Good morning, everyone. Lovely to be back after my holiday, cuddling with koalas, sitting on the sand, soaking up the sunshine in Australia. But while I was away, thoughts have now turned back to the corporate world and what's going on in insolvency. As a licensed insolvency practitioner, you know that I deal with businesses and individuals in financial distress. Corporate insolvencies rose by 32% in England and Wales in December 2022, and that trend is continuing this year, according to the Insolvency Service. A combination of high inflation, rising interest rates, poor consumer sentiment, increasing raw material costs are putting more pressure on businesses, and it's expected to continue throughout 2023. This is a time for businesses to take a long hard look at themselves and ensure that they are taking appropriate advice to avoid insolvency. We can help with that at Kenway Francis, so if you know anybody who's facing any issues, please refer them to me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mel. Currently starring in The Bridge. Nick Cook.
My name's Nick, I'm a structural engineer, as you know. I'm off to Percy Ingle, the baker, after this meeting, not to buy a large Belgian bun or any sausage rolls, but to look at something very dangerous, which is the Percy Ingle in Mare Street in Hackney. And the reason I've been chosen to do this is because I got involved in a job at Percy Ingle a couple of years ago in Catford, where they had a big fire, and the flats upstairs were damaged as well as the bakery downstairs. Anyway, they remembered me, they thought I did a good job, and they've asked me to look at this particular problem for them. So I'm going down there, as I say, after the meeting. I shall be doing, I've got to go up on the outside of the building, 2 stories up on the scaffold, so I shall keep an eye open for the scaffold won't be there, but they'll have a sign up obviously. So I'll be doing a little risk assessment before I set foot on the ladder. So that's what I do, dangerous structures as well as houses. That's what my name's Nick from Structural Engineering. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Nick. Brian is next, followed by Max.
Good morning, everybody. Brian Page, therapist, co-creating therapy. 50 years
year, an alcoholic contacted me and implored me to see him. And I don't normally see alcoholics for a number of reasons. But he came and he told me, I'd like to find out what actually caused the addiction. And for him, his parents were authoritarian. His father was an army major. At the age of 14, he went drinking with a couple of friends. And this was his way to kick against the authority of his parents. That's how the alcoholism started. He sees his parents as authority. He's now 37, he still lives with his parents, and he still sees his parents as the authority. And I'm trying to persuade him at 37, he is actually the authority. He hasn't had a drink for just over 2 weeks, so he's made a cautious start, but there is a long way to go. That's Brian, a hypnotherapist, children's therapy. Health is just a phone call away. Thank you.
Thank
So
you,
I'll
Brian.
just speak loudly.
Sweet.
Thank you. Matt is next.
Good morning, everyone. Barry from Blue Seraph. Interesting start to the year, lots of new business opportunities, but one very exciting project that we've just won the commission for is to help a collective that has been run by Chelmsford Council for their cultural strategy. So they have come to us for our creative ideas, for our understanding from the education side of the creative sector, and to come up with a whole branded campaign to promote Chelmsford and to promote the diversity and the cultural heritage and also a way forward. So it's a really exciting project, something we're very passionate about, and one that I think is going to have a lot of traction both on and offline. So we're looking for any of those types of contacts that you may have. If you've got any contacts within local authorities, we've got some very good local authority experience, and we can provide very good creative and delivery on that. So that's about right from Blue Seraph.
Thank you, Matt. Terry.
Oh.
No, sorry, Matt. You're Matt, and Rosemary's next. I do beg your pardon.
Good morning, everyone. Hope you all had a good week. I'm Rosemary and I own a travel business, as I've said before. I'll probably give you a bit of background on me. So I started working in travel 30 years ago on the high street in general travel agencies after taking a year's course in travel and tourism, which I won Student of the Year. 8 years ago I decided to start my own business and I haven't looked back. I have a good business based on referrals. And if you check out my website, you'll see my testimonials reflect the service I can offer. I'm passionate about travel, and I'm happy to work with you one-to-one or via email, phone, whatever suits you really, at no extra cost to you. As the saying goes, the world's your lobster, Rodney. And if you fancy a late deal, this is a cracker. 14-night Caribbean cruise, including flights to Barbados, from only £1,099 per person. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Rosemary. Because I tried to get Terry to have 2 goes, I failed to mention who was coming next. Who is coming next is Vincent, and he will be followed by Mike Kingston.
Morning, everyone. Vincent from Gansfield Village's favourite print shop. Yoga print shop. This is a Pantone reference book. It's got thousands and thousands of colours in it, and it shows you how to mix the 4 major colours and the formula you need to actually achieve these colours in Pantone reference. And breaking news, Pantone announced their colour of the year every January. So the Pantone 2023 colour of the year is Vivid Magenta. Apparently, Vivid Magenta says it promotes a joyous and optimistic celebration, writing a new narrative. Don't know what that means. Anyway, if you know any black and white people, I can help them put some colour into their lives. Speak print, you think it, we ink it.
Thank you, Vincent. Mike, you're followed by Leanne.
Good morning, everyone. Mike Kingston from LFA Systems, the group for the IT service provider. The services that we provide range from simply supplying a client with a new computer to carrying out Wi-Fi surveys to ensure 100% coverage throughout the business property. Many people complain about the speed of their broadband without realising that the internet service is reliant on three aspects: the Wi-Fi, the broadband, and the number of users accessing the Wi-Fi access point. And any one of those three can slow the service down dramatically. You can have great broadband speeds but have poor Wi-Fi, giving you an impression of a slow internet. Similarly, you can have great broadband speeds and excellent Wi-Fi coverage but have too many users trying to access the internet through a single Wi-Fi access point. An average access point can service between 5 and 10 devices connected independently. Or you may simply not be receiving the broadband speeds that your provider is charging for. Either way, if you ever hear those fatal words, "We have terrible broadband," send them my way. That's Mike from LSA Systems.
Thanks, Mike. Leanne, you're followed by John.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Leanne from Brooklyn Interiors, and I help my clients create a home that they love. So I can do that in many ways, but to start with is my design consultation, which is £150 for 90 minutes. I can go along and I can give them advice and guide them, and they can hire me further from there, or that's it. I can give them all the relevant suggestions that they want to help them go and create a home they love. So that's Leanne. I create unique homes for unique clients, and I put the home back in their room. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Leanne. I was so excited by getting the 60 seconds underway that I hadn't sent round, as usual, the business card box. All box for you to put your little bits of paper in. That is now coming round, so that. John Hammond, as promised, followed by Jane.
Good morning, everyone. I'm John Hammond from JLH Technology. We supply legal security needs, whether it's CCTV, access, file log systems, and everything else. Normally, we can't talk about our clients because we could by NDAs and the official sector. But this week, I want to talk about Tesla Build. Next member, we've just run a sizable order from them to convert the fire station into flats. So we'll be doing the fire alarm, the access control, and even the CCTV for that site. So hopefully I can stick some referrals somewhere. We haven't been able to get any. And testimonials on sites. So that's me, John Hammond from JMH Technology, applying technology to security.
Thank you, John. Jane, you're followed by Scott.
Hello everybody, Jane Mallion from the English Green Tea Company. We're about gifts and hampers. I can officially say you guys are nice, very nice. I was having a little metaphor discussion this morning. I've given 10 jars of jam. It's a metaphor for wealth. And you can choose what you want to do with it. You can give them away, you can have the lot, you can keep them for later. And every person I asked about this was talking about looking after friends and family and charity. Fran, you shall have Easter eggs. And our gifts are often for other people. Not many people order them for themselves. And at the beginning of lockdown, in the first 8 days, we had a call from a man who lives in North Cambridge. He ordered 10 £80 hampers, afternoon tea hampers, and these were gifts to his neighbours. And the message was, I've got your back, we'll get through this together. Essentially, people are lovely, and you guys are lovely, as confirmed by my conversations this morning. Makes me proud. Thank you.
Thank you, Jane. Scott, you're followed by Tina.
Good morning again, everybody. Doc Scott from SEO. Those of you that are in our WhatsApp group will recall I mentioned about some of the weird stuff that I'm up to this week. So one particular client, the funeral service crematorium, I've been designing and building my own memorial page with pictures of my own grave and testing a solution for visitors, allowing visitors to leave a memorial message to me. And it's been a bit weird, if I'm perfectly honest. But what I wanted to say is the kind of the added value you get from instructing a business like mine or Matt's on a project is that the clients, the funeral directing business, they were quite conscious that they were a bit old and stayed in their ideas and thoughts. We've come in, have lots of different innovative, new ideas about how they can make that business more relevant and more future-proof. A bit quirky, but it's working for them and they're loving it. But that's just the sort of thing. So if you have anyone that wants a fresh, innovative look on what they do online, give me a call, please.
That was Scott Griffith, Rumours of death has been greatly exaggerated.
It is.
Tina, you're next. You'll be followed by me, and I will be followed by Paul Booth.
You remember?
I did.
Good morning, everybody. My name's Tina. My company's called Liberty Executive Services. I offer a secretarial and admin service. Benefits of hiring a virtual assistant: no tax, national insurance or pension contributions, no sickness, holiday or employment benefits to cover. Flexible working hours, cost-effective solutions, saving money on overheads, more time to focus on your growth, only pay for the time that you need support. So I'm looking for anybody that needs an extra pair of hands but can't afford a full-time person, but this relates to them. Please pass on my details and I'll be happy to help. So that's me, Tina, Liberty Executive Services. I'm not 9 to 5, I'm start to finish. One second.
Aidan Squire from TM Law, with one or two new faces. Some have been away for a little while, and some of you are just simply forgetting. I thought a summary of the work that I did would be in order at this time of the year. Principally, I do business law, partnerships and shareholders agreements, terms and conditions, contracts of employment, and business sales and purchases. On the private law side, this tends to relate to death or infirmity, wills, lasting powers of attorney, and probate, administering estates. So surely from all of your friends, family, and business contacts, you can think of someone who might need one of those, and if so, please refer them to me. That's Aidan Squire from TM Law. Last but by no means least, up is Paul.
Morning, Paul Booth from Booth & Co, Chartered Certified Accountant. So, some people complete their own self-assessment tax returns, and they do so using the free HMRC online software. We've been acting for a client for about 10 years, and just before I was due to meet up with him, I saw that his return had been, or her return had been submitted to HMRC. Logged into the portal. It obviously wasn't her. Someone had created a government gateway account, filed the return to try and get a refund. But we use commercial software, so for all the previous returns that have been submitted, they don't show that no detail. You can't grab the returns on the HMRC portal. So the person who created this government gateway account couldn't get the full details. The refund wasn't approved, it was blocked, we submitted the correct return, job done. So there's a big dangers in using the HMRC free online filing software. Paul Booth from Booth & Co.
Thank you very much, Paul. Right, that is the end of the 60-second round. I'll hand over to Terry for the assessment of the audio.
Thanks, Dave. Some excellent and always high quality and well prepared second. I like Franklin, it's really good. It's always good to give charitable stuff. We should talk to Matt and not get involved in snap. I think Mike, you again got it. Very good, really excellent presentation. I like Toby's. Toby's was really well constructed.
Nice to meet you. Let's go to the internet.
Thank you very much for that, Terry. Well done, Toby. Yes. One metaphor, not one metaphor too far. Right. That is, as I say, the end of the 62nd round. We move on. The meeting secretary's reports.
Okay. Well, yesterday, Team Scott, I did cheat a little bit. I gave access, Team Scott, to the new visitor invite form, which you will all get today. And in doing this this early access, it was testing, because very kindly Nick spotted a typo for us. This is the text that gets generated from the invite form. Well done, Nick, because I tested it, and Aidan tested it, and Paul, and Terry, and Brian. None of us spotted it. So well done, Nick, for getting that. Ultimately, we were thanking the person who we'd invited, but from the wrong name. So they were thanking themselves for inviting them. So we'll get that typo done, that typo fixed. But anyway, you can start to send those out from today. Any contacts or potential invitees, please get them out to people. We are still working on collating some data to assist you from what we call the known networkers list, but any contacts you've got, please do that. But all that aside, possibly the most important thing I need to announce to you this morning is, of course, the result of the EBF Wordle League for January. Now, I've done enough talking today, so I'm gonna sit down and ask the winner to stand up and just tell us what's going on.
You wonder why she turned up.
So there are a group of us, for those that don't know, I said seven, eight of us now, including a couple of extras, like Toby's wife, for example. And every day we do the Wordle challenge. We share it with the group, and then our scores get totted up. And obviously the person that's taken the least amount of goes in order to get to the word wins. So right at the end, it was between myself, Donna, Toby's wife, and Matt. But then Scott had this brilliant idea that whoever actually won for the month was then going to have to score for the following month. And then suddenly, everybody did a really bad go. And I won. So thank you very much to those people that falsely did that. But it now decided that the loser is going to, in fact, be scoring. So I think that was...
Yeah,
it was
the wordsmith.
Yeah.
The wordsmith lost, but anyway.
Dyslexic nearly won.
It's a very enjoyable group. We'd love to have more members to our Wordle EBF chat.
I think we'll send the invite round again.
But I do disagree with surreptitiously doing Wordle during the year. Who will do that? I can't, because I've got two competitors sitting next to me. So anyway, thank you. It's been most enjoyable, Scott. Good idea.
Thank you very much, sir. Right, we move towards the second major part of the meeting, and that's the 10-minute presentation. Paul, if you do the introductions, please.
Yeah, can I remind everyone, please, when it's your time to do your 10 minutes, please try to bring a speaker's prize on the day, and also try and complete the biography sheet. Either the paper version or the online version is on the website. And if you can't for any reason do your 10 minutes at very short notice, then you might be pushed down the pecking order. So turning to the forthcoming 10 meters presentations and the S-slots. Next week, Matt, your 10 minutes.
Yes.
And Stuart is the S-slot. 16th, it's our EBF annual review. I'm doing the 10 minutes. The 23rd is Mike Skinner, you're the 10 minutes. Nick, 23rd, S-slot. And 2nd March, myself, it's 10 minutes. Jane, S-slot. Thank you. So, turning to today's 10 minutes presenter. So you already know, it's Toby today. Business name, Sales Masters Guild, morphing to whole position Business Solutions. Nature of the business, Business Solutions, growth and development. Position in company, second in command, Donna is the boss. Business location and areas covered, High Ongar. The posh end of Ongar, we like to keep ourselves. Right, here comes the personal section. Best day out, Tuesday. Okay. Unusual incident in my life. Building a fence on a farm with the now King Charles. Ooh. A prized possession. My rubber duck collection, now at about 65. A movie I recommend and why. 12 Angry Men, the original. A great example of salesmanship and positively influencing others. Type of music is Val Doonican and Leo Sayer.
I'm sure I didn't put that in there. It's true, but I didn't put it. It's not surprising.
A famous person I've met, as well as meeting Prince now, King Charles, I have sung Spandau Ballet songs with Tony Hadley, some hot chocolate songs with Errol Brown, but Feargal Sharkey refused to sing A Good Heart with me in the tube. So I sat in his warm seat when he got up.
Toby Acton.
I do apologise, as some of you might have noticed, I only realised last night that it's about 10 o'clock and I was due to do the 10 minutes today, so no slides, no preparation, no idea. If you could all take one of these, please, and pass them on. And I've got a set of scales here as well.
I win.
Most of you know that my tagline is helping business owners become wealthy faster. It's all about getting it done quickly so that we can, enjoy the fruits of our labours. I often use the example of, you've got young kids, how many more school holidays have you got left for those kids? So it's about getting your business built so you can enjoy the reasons that you started your business for. So my tagline is about helping business owners become wealthy faster. But I always say it's not just about financial wealth. There's, as well as money in your pocket, there's wealth of time, wealth of mindset, wealth of relationships, wealth of health, wealth of life experience. There's no point in having all the money in the world if you're working all out that God sends to create that income, and as a result your family life suffers, your relationships suffer, your health suffers, your mindset might suffer, which can lead to even greater health issues, and also you just don't have time to enjoy those fruits of your labours. It's one of the reasons that I took up motivational mapping, was to help people understand what really drives them so they can work towards what's truly important for them. So you've all got a tape measure, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. So what I'd like you to do is tear it off at the age you are now. Sorry, Brian, I couldn't get one that went to more than 100.
I can use 3.
Yeah, so tear off the bit where... I've used the centimetres, sorry. Yeah, so in centimetres, tear off your current age. And discard the lower portion. Oh. Okay, so you just got now, tear it off at the point at which you would like to retire.
Okay. If the lower portion leads up to your age,
no, you discard the lower portion, the 0 to...
Oh.
Do you want another one?
No,
Does anybody need to start again? Okay, so now tear off the later part. Okay. Now you fold it in half with the centimetre bits outwards. And now fold it in half again. And I want to hold it up and show everybody how long it is. Okay. So that is the length of time you've got left to build your business. Because there's 168 hours in a week, and a quarter of that is 42 hours. And that 42 hours is more than 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. So for most people, if you ignore holidays, we've got 25% of the hours left in our working lives in order to build our business. So that's how long you've got. So you've got 10 years, 5 years, 2 years, 6 months. So that puts it in perspective for you a bit. I mean, personally, I don't think I'll ever retire. I love what I do. It's something I can continue doing until I'm Brian's age or beyond. Obviously, Brian doesn't want to retire either. So I think, I know my granddad, he worked until his 70s, and he decided to retire. 6 months later, he was gone. He just had nothing to push for anymore. I've already built a business that gives me flexibility. As a lot of you know, I spent sort of like 18 months just working mornings. Just chose not to work afternoons. I'm now back to working afternoons. But that's a choice. My vision is to work 2 or 3 days a week for 2 or 3 months of the year, maybe a bit, sorry, 2 or 3 weeks of the month, maybe a bit more than 2 or 3 months of the year. But it's about giving yourself choices. So even if you don't want to retire fully, to be in a position where you can work when you want to be able to work. I don't want to be on my deathbed wishing that I'd gone to Machu Picchu or seeing the ice cliffs of Alaska. I've got a new one now. My mum and dad have gone on holiday, or have been on holiday to Antarctica. I didn't even know you could do that, so now I want to go to Antarctica. I went to the Falkland Islands, Antarctica, amazing. I want to spend time with my family. As a lot of you know, my sister died about just over 3 years ago. That really sort of crystallised things for me. Life's short. I had a family challenge the last couple of weeks, which has been a close call. So it's about making the most of it and remembering, particularly if you've got young children, how many summer holidays have you got left with them. So just keep that bit of tape and think, that's the time I've got left to build my business. Make the absolute most of it. And a few tips to help you along the way. Know yourself. Know why you're doing what you're doing. Know what the end goal is. Have a vision. I always talk about having this crystal clear vision of what you want your business to do for you. Not what you want to do for your business. As I say, bastardizing John F. Kennedy, ask not what you can do for your business, ask what your business can do for you. And then you reverse engineer that into a plan of action for your business. And outsource. Use Tinas, use Pauls, use people that can do these things for you. The things that you don't enjoy doing that somebody else can do better than you, that can do faster than you. We shouldn't in our business be doing a lot of things we're doing. So it's outsourcing and delegating. That's the only way to really scale your business. And third tip is to, this isn't a sales pitch, get somebody to keep you on track, on course to carry out your plan, an accountability partner, a business mentor, if anybody knows any good business mentors, put me in touch. A mastermind peer group, or just a friend or a family member that can just keep you on track, make sure that you're on track to work that plan. Consistency, because consistency is the key. And that's all that I really prepared because I was getting tired last night. So, any questions? I don't know how long that's been. 7 minutes. Okay. I said, don't have any questions.
Oh, well.
Everybody's done.
Did you go to IKEA last night?
Stealing things from IKEA, never.
Pencils.
So I think we've talked about this before, Toby, but as you know, I've had my business for 5 years, and everyone always focuses on, right, get your 5-year plan, get your 5-year plan. We've got to 5 years, we're now beyond 5 years. What would be your advice to take things forward?
I don't believe in 5-year plans. What's the point of a 5-year plan when something like COVID can come along? It's about having that ultimate vision of where you want to get to, then a plan for the next 12 months of how you're going to move 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps closer to that ultimate vision. I've never been one for 5-year plans. I know a lot of people talk about it. It's not what I talk about. Let's just look at what's going to happen in the next 12 months. What you must specifically do to move 1 or 2 or 3 steps closer.
As part of my business, I'm naturally involved either at that point where things are starting up and it's all brand new, or people have made that decision to change and improve and refresh stuff. So it feels kind of appropriate. Could you tell me, is there a rough price point and time that I can use to refer you on to say, you should speak to Toby, we're looking at this kind of budget for a team of 5, 6 people, or can you help me out with packages and costs?
Yeah, I mean, like I said in my 60 seconds, I work with businesses of all ages. I particularly like working with startups. Yes, they don't necessarily pay as well, but that's a bit of the, for anybody who's done a motivational map with me, that's the high searcher in me. I want to help people. In terms of, so you're talking about mapping or?
Just generally, as a business opportunity, when I'm starting and seeing new business, and Matt's designing their brand, and I'm building the website, it feels totally appropriate that they should be talking to someone like you.
What I tend to start people with after my free success analysis is a deep dive session, which is £250 for a 90-minute session where we tend to get that simple business plan, the one-page business plan, not a 5-year plan, the one-page business plan down on paper. Get them sorted on seeing where they are now, where they want to get to, and then we just start putting those stepping stones in place. And then in terms of ongoing services, mentoring services, that's very bespoke. Everything from do a retained mentoring, which is basically I'm here if they need me for $150 a month, up to $1,000 or $1,500 a month, depending on what they need.
looks like an easy in for me then, so we'll work on that.
Yeah.
So that includes, does it, an initial discussion? Is that, if we refer someone, say, I'll go and speak to Toby, and that would be an initial chat that wouldn't cost them anything?
Oh yes, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just chat over coffee, and my success analysis service is a free service, which is basically a simple document, multiple choice document where they can just complete their own answers, select the answers there. Gives them an idea of where they need to focus, but also gives me an idea of what they need to do to move things forward.
Then 250. Yeah, okay, that's good.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. What types of business would you say that you've had the most success with?
IT businesses. I like unusual businesses. I like businesses that I can learn a bit about what's going on. My longest term client is an HR consultant. I've been working with her for 5 years now. Seen her go from, she was just about ready to quit. She'd had a business for 2 years, she was ready to quit and get a job. She's now got staff and premises. So yeah, that's probably my biggest success story. I'm not taking credit for it, but I like having a small part in helping people reach their potential.
Okay, thank you very much indeed, Toby.
Don't sit down.
Got my Fitbit on? Yeah, cool.
Right, the referrals and testimonials round. We start with Paul.
Yeah, welcome to Fran's a new member. Can I also arrange one-to-ones with new members, Rosemary, Fran as well, and I've got the actual this week. Great 10 minutes, as always. Thank you. Taking monies for Aidan, Mike, Terry, next member. Good meeting.
By the way, Paul, it's February now, you've got time to have a shave?
Yep.
Toby, you're an inspiration to me.
Oh, thank you.
So a referral for Tina. Tina, is a client of mine who runs weekly conferences in London. She needs some help. I think we'll make a job.
Thank you.
Another great meeting. Toby, interesting is not confusing. Apparently I'm working on my hand. Yes, Scott. It's Scott. Very interesting. Fran, welcome as a new member. Where do we drop the eggs to?
Our office, or I can pick them up, or I mean, we have people just dropping in from the street and dropping them in.
Okay.
There's 1 or 2, it's lovely, thank you.
Pop into the pub next door, will you?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, very good meeting. Thank you for making me so welcome. I'm really enjoying the group. It's nice to meet new people, and it looks like I've got a long way to go as well, but I'm quite happy to do it. So, like you, I don't really want to retire. So, thank you, and I'll definitely bring some extras. Thank you.
Well done, Toby. Your question about when you want to retire, I keep asking Aidan that, you won't tell me. Keep asking. Great to see Brad, you're an excellent. I'm sure we can all these before did okay. I think you're doing really well. So nice to see you. We'll get turned more than one to one. That's it. And Rosemary, you know, the chat already.
Yeah.
But then Scott, thoughtful for that.
Yeah, it's a good meeting. I always try and work on those about language and I get laughed at on occasion, especially when I'm at home and the family listening. I'm trying to talk to someone, try and spin a positive on them having to pay me £5 that they didn't think they'd pay because they lied last year. That's an interesting challenge. Some sort of award should go to me on the least kind of passionate and nice to be back. We wouldn't have believed it if you were passionate, but it's lovely to have you back. Look forward to next week.
Good head start. Nice tennis. Toby, I've worked with you for a number of years now. Did your peer-to-peer mentoring group, which I found very useful, and the foundations of that have allowed me to visualise the structure of the business and I'm always constantly reminding myself about, you know, outsourcing and getting extra help. Always hard when you're, you know, a business owner because everyone's a bit of a control freak. But you've really, really helped me, and Toby's also been helping, doing some motivational mapping. They did it on me, took all the wires off and stuff, but it was fine. And it was really interesting what came out of it. You know, I'll be honest, I was quite. I had a negative mindset, I think, going into it, thinking, you know, just ticking the box here. But no, it's I really, really recommend it. And he's now just done it for the team, and he's going to tell me what they later this afternoon. So I'm looking forward to that. So, good job. Right, I have thank you for the money, Scott. Thank you very much. I have a referral for Vince.
Oh,
got some printing.
Wow. Thank you.
I'll catch up with you at the end. And Sarah, actually, I'd like to chat just to talk to the team about a number of people who've mentioned about pensions and doing a bit of pension training. I think it'd be really cool if we have a bit of a session. Seal.
Yeah, great, so great, and really upset me your 10 minutes that you knocked it out last night, and it was inspiring and really impressive. I was doing my one, but never mind. Well, I'm just going to cheat the system a bit to get some points here. I've got a synergy with Team Shaky up to the meeting, so I don't know who that goes to. Split. And did a testimonial for Ben yesterday, who's not here either, so I'm sure. And I did that at another networking group I'm invited to, and it was nowhere near as good as this one. So, yeah. Great, good. What's going on? Yeah, there are things I haven't really done many one-to-ones recently. I haven't put the F out, so if anyone's interested in doing a one-to-one, I've got time for it. We'll be able to chat to you a bit more detail.
I'll go one-to-one with Leanne following the meeting today, so looking forward to that. That would be great. Toby at Cottage Client, new startup. Matt's just completed branding. We're working on all the content for the website. New business called Pole Position Business Solutions. Perhaps we'll have a little deep dive and see.
Doesn't stand a chance.
No. Well, the next one I do, I'll think about and we'll work on that.
Okay.
Thank you, Matt and Matt for lots of annual renewals and various bits and pieces and some work completed for Cathedral.
Right, well, I did a deep dive with James, and she supplied me with one of her hampers. It's my wife's birthday, and we spent most of the afternoon eating through the hamper in a sort of grazing way. It was very nice indeed. Paul, thank you very much for sorting out my daughter-in-law. Over and above the call of duty, saw her on Sunday morning. It was very impressive. Thanks, Paul, for that. Other than that, thank you for the money for Tina for the bill that I've just done. And that's it. Talk to you all later as we finish the meeting.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for such a lovely warm welcome. It's been really nice to know that I can see this is a great group. I mean, I have been with other groups before, and it's been really nice being welcomed. I will also be in contact with people to do some one-to-ones, get to know more about you and possibilities for the future.
I really am happy to be back. Enthusiastic enough. Great meeting. I have missed you all, and it's good to be back. Welcome to Rosemary and Joanne. I'll get one-to-ones in place with hopefully soon. Sarah Steele, this is for you. I just think that's the thing. Toby, we go for you to do a deep dive, a little bit scared. And thank you for all the referral from Sarah. Well, thank you very much. Great to be back. Love to see you all, and look forward to next week.
We're getting there, we're getting the girls in. The girls this side, the boys that side. Really good, it's a lot. even though you left your brain behind, as you said last night. Got to thank everyone for Strong Friend, which is ongoing, like the support for him. Welcome back, Sarah. Have a quick chat after the meeting, and I'll see you all next week.
Scott, couldn't agree more with what you were saying. All my clients make investments, they don't get any fees, they investments. If I could have heard what you said, I'm sure I enjoyed it. Good meeting, see you next week.
Great meeting, great insight. We don't have problems, we have opportunities. At the moment, we've got loads and loads of opportunities. We've sorted out my utility warehouse thing, so I've succumbed to it eventually. It's taken a couple of years, but I have succumbed. Great 10 minutes. We've got to have a chat at some point, so I'm not playing hard and working hard.
As long as you're playing hard.
Yeah.
Great meeting as always. Great 10 minutes. Education slot. Agreed with everything you said. Scott, so nice to hear that you've joined this elite networking group. And you were, of course, you've been a member now for a week or so.
Yes.
So I'll see you all next week.
Great meeting. Good end start for 10 minutes. Thank you very much. Welcome, Fran. I have a referral from Rosemary to have my family yesterday. And look forward to seeing you next week.
Yeah, great meeting. Very much a subject close to my heart, linguistics. Yeah, just a small change in linguistics can make such a difference. I don't have problems either. I have solutions. It's always a solution. I learned that from a Polish builder. No problems, just solutions is that. Got a referral for Aidan. Lady, she's a crystal ball reader.
Right.
She probably knows that you're going to contact her. She extension of Elise. She's got your number, and we'll get.
She's had your number for a long time.
Yeah. She's an unusual character. I'll warn you now.
Right. You did a really good job for us.
Yes.
You don't get paid a lot.
That's thank you for the money for Ex-Mango Roofer to people that he's referred me to in the past. I'm still working with them. That's it from me. Sarah.
Absolutely love being back. Remembered what I've been missing for the last couple of months. So thank you for the Ed slot. I enjoyed that. I think you're absolutely right. And I think probably for the last couple of months I've been too busy thinking, I'm too busy, it's all too hard, and actually just thinking, do you know what, it's been brilliant, there's been loads of opportunities, and it does change your mindset, changing your language. I too, like Matt, have been to Toby's peer mentoring group, and I did that when I first started out, and probably the thing I took away most of all was all about delegating, because I am a control freak. And on that basis, I have a referral for Tina. We have a client who wants one-to-ones for their staff. It's Stanley Black & Decker, but they don't have any computers or anything, so they want to phone up to book those one-to-ones, and Tina's very kindly going to be doing that for us. So there's a referral for Tina. I've also had some one-to-ones with a company, and one of the people wanted a self-assessment tax return done, so referral to Paul. And I've also got a referral for John Freeman, who's coming back again when he comes back from his sunnier climes to do our ensuite Melbourne. Leave it there. Thank you. See you next week.
Lovely. Thank you, everybody. Yes, Scott, I liked your perspective talk at the beginning. And of course, it really is about mindset. That's fabulous. Toby, well done. I've been on one of Toby's day courses. I don't know if you currently do them, but it's a food for thought for your business, and it was excellent. And Toby talks about motivation, and he talks the walks, the talks. Very, very good. Fran, yes, next you shall have. Next week you may need to bring up. We'll do what we can to help you. In fact, I would love a one-to-one with you if possible. If White Reading's too far, although we do provide warm scones or scones, but I can meet you halfway if so. And anybody else who'd like a one-to-one, that would be marvellous. Matt I'm on the board of Visit Essex, and that involves top people at Chelmsford County Council, and it may be useful for you to mine that source. You're very welcome. Melissa and Sarah, all is well with the world, now you're back. And finally, I don't want to take these home. Shortbread with chocolate chips in, please make the offers. I thank you.
Sorry, I forgot to say welcome to Rosemary and Fran, but I want to volunteer.
Thank you very much, Toby. Thank you. That's good, but don't run away because that's not going to be at all.
One of these, ever one you like.
Leanne.
From Leanne.
Oh,
Thank you, Jan.
There you go.
Thank you very much. That's it, yeah.
So Toby did a deep dive and came up with the low-hanging fruit. So you'll be fine.
Yeah. T-check if you want.
Go on then. Yes.
If you like.
Yeah.
Sorry. Referral reality check, looking back at referrals from previous meetings just to see what they may or may not turn into. First is from Abel to Paul, Vicky Stone's tax bill. Done. Excellent. Second is from Nick to Jane, Christmas hamper to a client. I've certainly thought it's done. All very important.
This week.
And then from Paul to Stuart, renewal for new telecom package.
Yeah, I've got to meet up with him. That's going to go ahead, yeah.
Terrific. There we go. I'll stop while it's all working.
Yes, it all seems to be working very, very well. Right. I'm about to send you on your way. It's nice and sunny, a bright day, something to look forward to. But before I do, as always, does anybody have any announcements they wish to make to the meeting? No? Right, in that case, I'll make one. I'll make two, actually. Firstly, there'll be a meeting of the Movers and Shakers outside, or in here. Just a short meeting, but I'd like to touch base and make sure we're on track. That's the first thing. Second, Rosemary, I'd like to have a one-to-one with you. I'll email you and we'll fix something up. Where are you based? Okay, good. We'll that out. If that's it, then all I can say is it's been nice to see you all. It's nice to see our numbers back up again. And I look forward to seeing you all next week. Send you out into the world. Beautiful and sunny. See you next week.